everyone. I just wanted to welcome you to your online intermediate algebra course this semester. I'm Dr. Lori Austin. I've been a professor of mathematics here at Raritan Valley Community College for about the last 15 years, and about 10 years prior to that, I worked in high schools, mostly in South Jersey, which is where I'm from. Moved up here about 20 years ago. I look forward to teaching you this semester. This video is just meant to give you a really short overview of your Canvas course. I'll try not to make it too long, kind of like the intro you would get on the first day of class. I'm here for you. We'll go over my office hours, how you can get in touch with me. I've presented you with a course that has a lot of resources in it, a lot of ways to learn the material, so I'm hoping that you are able to succeed. And again, I look forward to working with you this semester. I'm just going to now turn to the Canvas course so that you can see the screen and I can show you kind of where everything is. So after you get into our course and you click on our course in Canvas, you're brought to this home page. This particular home page, all I do is provide you with the information of the tabs that you will use that are along the left-hand side of your course. The most important one is probably the modules. This is where all your coursework, your calendar, this is where everything is. Your discussions, they are embedded in the modules, but if you want to go directly to the discussion page, you certainly can. These are graded weekly discussion questions, 10 points each. You need to keep up with these every week. This is important, announcements. There's a lot of stuff on here. I have to actually get rid of all this and fix it up, but I kind of left it so you can see. I will communicate to you regularly through these announcements. Again, they won't be here, but as the course goes on, you can access old announcements by clicking this button. Please, every time you get on Canvas, check announcements. I will not send emails. I will always send announcements. Reminding you of stuff that's coming up, if I change anything. If it's really important and I need to make sure you read it, I might ask you to reply that you read that particular announcement. So if I change a date or something along those lines. But this is how I will communicate regularly. All the announcements also have the ability for you to ask a question back, so you can do that. But let's head over to modules so we can kind of really see the course. I will say also real quick, if you want to communicate with me one-on-one and you want to send me a personal email, please do so through this inbox here. I am also currently the department chair for math and computer science, so as you can imagine, my regular Outlook email gets inundated with all kinds of stuff. So if your emails are kind of lost in there, that's not a good thing. I'd rather you email me always through Canvas, not Outlook. It makes it easier. I have multiple online courses. It immediately alerts me to what course you're in, and it's just a much better way to communicate with me. Okay? Sorry, I have my little pups are with me, so they're barking at each other. All right, so let's get back to our modules. Now, as far as this is where you can, if you need to buy your material from the bookstore, and we'll talk about that in a minute, you can certainly do so through this course material. All right, this course information module, this is our syllabus. You need to read this. I'll look at it with you real quick right now, but you need to go through this entire thing and read it. In fact, we're just going to go through it real fast. It does tell you I have office hours in West 318, that's the on campus, from 11 to 12:50 every Tuesday and Thursday. If you would like to set up an appointment virtually with me, you need to email me through the Canvas inbox, set up a time with me, and then you can click the link. You don't have to click this particular link. I believe there's a link under course information. All right. As far as your, we will, of course, use Canvas. We will also be using my MathLab for this particular course. So what do you really need for the course? see what we have here. That's directions for getting onto Canvas. Okay, so our textbook is, our textbook is the 4th edition of Beginning and Intermediate Algebra. You do not need a hard copy of this textbook. That is entirely up to you. I will not make you buy it. At the very least, this is what you need, the 18-week MathLab access. There are different ways you can purchase this. As I stated, you can do it through the bookstore. If you happen to be on financial aid, you will need to do it through the bookstore, so financial aid will cover the cost of it. If you're not on financial aid and you just want to save a few dollars, I recommend buying it directly through Pearson when you sign up for MathLab for the first time. That'll give you the most direct without the markup that the bookstore is kind of required to have. All right. So I'll show you how to do that in a second. My MathLab will provide you with all of our homework. It'll provide you with all kinds of other resources for the text along with a digital copy of the textbook itself. So there's lots of good stuff there. Again, please read through all of this at your leisure. Not at your leisure. Do it very soon, actually. This is our contract for the class. You have to abide to everything in here, and so do I. I've got to follow it as well. All right. This is an online course. That doesn't mean you're not doing anything. You're still spending a good 8 to 10 hours on this course each week. Attendance, if you don't log on for a couple weeks, I'm kind of going to assume you dropped the course, but it's up to you. If you do need to drop the course for any reason, here is your schedule. To get a 100% refund, you must do it by September 7th, 50% by the 14th. After September 14th, up until November 16th, you may still withdraw from the course, but you do not get any refunds. I just want this very clear to you. Withdrawing, students will do this close to November 16th if they think they have no way of passing because they like the look of that W as opposed to an F. And the W does not negatively impact your GPA where the F will. Please read through all this. Please read through the academic integrity. If you're cheating, you're not learning. It's quite simple, and you're not going to do well, especially if you're moving on to pre-calculus. Everything you learn in here is expected of you in pre-calculus. It will not be taught to you in pre-calculus. We will have 4 exams. They will total 50% of your grade. Those exams are pretty important. The MathLab homework I talked about, that'll be 15%. Those Canvas weekly discussions are 5%. That doesn't mean you should skip them. Okay? If you skip all your Canvas weekly discussions and you end up with a 68 in this course, not passing it, you're going to wish you did them because that would have brought you to that 70. And of course, we have an on-campus final exam. That is 30%. All of our tests, unfortunately, we do not have proctoring software. They must be taken in the RVCC testing center, so do make sure you are aware of that. And then read through the syllabus, and I'll go through each discussion post, your exams, makeups, and stuff like that. Please read in detail. You will also want to print out these last 2 pages. Everything I have in here, say for week 1, let's look up here. I do put week 1 and 2 together only because I know it takes everyone a couple days to get used to the course. So I didn't want you having everything due right away. These are the only 2 weeks I combine. So everything from chapter 3 through 5, which is what you will do in the first 2 weeks of this course, is not due till 9/12. After that, you will have regular due dates, weekly due dates of Monday night. I run this course from Tuesday to Monday. The reason I do that is I found that students don't like to be crammed on Sunday evening. This way, if something happens over the weekend, you can't get to your Canvas course, you still have all day Monday to get your work done. And everything is here. Test dates, all is in there. So please print out that schedule. That schedule, as I stated, will match the rest of the modules. Okay, but first, let's see what else is here. Syllabus Part 2. These are general college policies. You are required to know these as well. Please look through those. To register for MathLab, please open and follow this document. It'll tell you exactly how to set up for MathLab. This is the book. Yes, there is a cost related to this. So this will take you exactly how to set up for it. If you are being asked for the access code is, if you bought MathLab Access through the bookstore, you will be given an access code. If not, it just automatically puts you in there if you do it directly through Pearson. If you were asked for a user ID, then something is wrong. Could be with your computer. Could be with anything. There should not be any user IDs. All right, so you've got that to review. Let's go back to the modules and see what else we have. I will also post a link to get Pearson help. If you are having any technical issues, I'll make sure I get that up there. I don't have that in this course right now. The other thing is, because this is one of your first math courses and the very beginning of your college career, we will be incorporating some little mini modules to help you truly learn. Everybody, most students are just sitting there thinking, I hate math. I don't even want to take a math course. I really hate algebra. I can't learn math, stuff like that. Well, that's just not true. So these are just little tidbits to help you go along. The growth mindset is a little short quiz that lets you know if you're someone that believes you can learn or someone that believes you can't learn. So that's kind of something to know about yourself. And then this little article, this is a short little article that kind of goes over with you why you can learn new material at any age. All right? If you did set up an appointment to meet with me on an office hour, you would use this link at the time. Don't just get on it. I'm not sitting there on this link. I will only be there if we set up an appointment to sit there. General information and getting help. Please, you can post questions. I may be a little delayed because I don't always see that somebody posted. They give me no information that someone actually posted. Okay, so I provide you again with a lot of resources. One of my colleagues, Frank Fort, has started making some awesome individual videos for intermediate algebra, and you may want to take a look at them if you're stuck on any concepts. This link takes you to his playlist, and they will match our sections. So maybe you get to factoring and you're in, I don't know, I forget what chapter factoring's in. You're in like 6.4 and you're really struggling with it. Maybe Frank's video will give you a slightly different take on it. All right. So here are the weeks. Again, I put week 1 and week 2 together. We have activities. This is just, if you click on here, it just kind of lets you know, hey, this is what you're going to be doing this week if you'd like to see it in writing. Again, I probably provide you more resources than you need. Once you get the hang of it, you'll see how you'll best learn, but everybody learns differently. So there is no one size fits all. I just try to provide you with a lot of different information. Please take a moment to introduce yourself to the class. It's helpful even online. You can, through Zoom now, you can all get together and go over things together. I do provide a 15-minute chapter overview to kind of give you a heads up. Hey, this is what you're going to be learning in this chapter. This is what I really want you to pay attention to. This is what's going to be super important, that kind of thing. It is not going to teach you every lesson, but it gives you a nice overview of the chapter. All right, some of you are coming into this course and you just need that quick refresher. And if you watch the overview, you might be like, oh, I know a lot of this. This is going to be good. And some of you are going to be like, I've never seen this before. And you're going to probably have to read through every video and everything else. All right. These particular videos, once you sign into MathLab, are the publisher videos. I don't know, because I'm in student view, I don't know that I can't actually access them. They will come right up. Actually, what I will do is get out of student view for a second. If I leave student view, then I can access those videos. See? So linear functions, plotting ordered pairs. And you may sit here and be like, I already know how to do this. You don't have to watch the videos. It's fine. All right. This is actually a review video from elementary algebra, so you don't need to watch that. Okay, see optional, that's a review section, optional review, optional review. You should still work through the review section problems. They're going to be quick, and it's just for you to kind of refresh 4 questions. That's it. Those you do need to do. All right. So the way the course is set up, you can see there is a video and a PowerPoint. Maybe you just like to look through PowerPoint. You don't want to watch videos. Again, whatever you want to do. Well, there may not be PowerPoints. I will take a look at that. All right. And your homeworks. And the homeworks are pretty straightforward. You can access the problems directly through here. And they come up and you just complete them. Of course, I picked one that's... Now, you may find this a little cumbersome. The questions on here. And if you're finding them, one thing you can do is go directly to MyLab and Mastering. Students like to, but you have to get it through here. Open MyLab and Mastering. Go to Assignments on the side. And boom. The big difference is, we'll just go, I think I was in 3.6. The big difference, of course, let's pick one. You just get a bigger screen, and it's a little easier to enter everything into when it's not directly embedded in Canvas. So that is entirely up to you. I'm going to go back to our course now, and I'm going to go back to modules. So again, the modules are laid out exactly how you should go through the course. This should all be completed, even though it says by 9/12 the first week. All right? And then this is all the second week. Notice there's the videos, the PowerPoints, the homework, the videos, the homeworks, the videos, the homeworks, and then our discussion. So I have another little thing here called reflecting on mistakes. Part of the process of the discussion questions is for you to not only do work, but review your work and make corrections to that work as needed. So when you open your first discussion, after you've completed everything else, you just have 3 problems to do. All right. You would reply. Oops. You'd hit reply. And I expect your answers and your work to be done here. You can utilize your math equations. I would suggest, actually, I think the 3-dot, use this bar. It is just easier and more user-friendly. So if you need to, write a fraction, you can do it. It's pretty self-explanatory. I would use that one. Don't use this one. It is way more complicated. This gets into math type. I would take that off of there if I could. So again, go to the 3 dots and use that radical symbol. Much easier to use. Okay, you're going to post your reply by Saturday evening of whichever week you're in. All right? You can't see everyone else's until you post yours. Once you post your reply, between Saturday night and Monday evening, take a few minutes, look at everyone else's answers. How do you feel about yours? If you think one of yours is incorrect, reply back to your own post. Tell me not only which one and the correct answer, but tell me what you think you did wrong. This is so important in the learning process. You do that, and then you get them right. I'll give you the full 10 points. Okay? So that's how you're going to go through your discussions. But again, you can access them. Just follow through discussions. And then the second week, you're kind of doing the same thing. I don't have an overview. I will make sure I get the overview video for chapter 4 done. And you're going to do that again. And you're going to keep doing that until it's time to take a test. There is a review guide. There are keys to the review guide. I believe I have videos going over the review guide too. I'll make sure I get those up. There is information for your test. Notice, test 1, open once at testing center, meaning do not open this until you get to the RVCC testing center because this must be a proctored test. Your test will come up on Canvas, so in the testing center you will log into your Canvas account. The test will be there, and I will give more information when it's time for the test. All right, so that should be enough to kind of get you started. Your grades will always be uploaded and kept up, so you can, I don't want to do that right now, sorry. Let me get out of there because, well, nobody's grades are in there yet. It's just students' names, which you can see for yourself who's in the class. All right, so that's it. Good luck. Keep an eye out for announcements. I will get rid of my old ones so I can start my new ones. And I look forward to a great semester.